Alright, I return. Hello everyone. We're gonna go speak with Lise over here in the House of the Fierce. Something's going down in Namai apparently. We've barely got enough armor as it is, huh? Oh, you're here to help. That's a relief. I've been trying to help the villagers in Namai get ready for the operation, but we've run into a few problems. You remember how we were supposed to stir up trouble as a diversion, right? Well, the thing is, we don't have enough armor to go around. I thought the Doma Liberation Front would be able to furnish us with some, but it appears that's not the case. I was about to go tell Issei. Why don't you come too? Okay, well, it'll save time if I just teleport there, so let's do that. As swimming through the water takes up too much time. Vector, would you fight with the Doma Liberation Front? Oh, you're here too! I heard that those soldiers you and Alice encountered. I'm glad you're alright. Alright then. Issei, we gathered up all the rope we could find in the village. And every tool with an edge, but it's still not enough. Even a hoe would suffice, but there's no more to spare. Thank you, Chigusa. Ryosen could use a hand, if there's nothing else. As for the tools, I may have some in my home. Go and search it. Take whatever meets your needs. I made enough rice balls for everyone, including some special ones for Lady Yagiri. Can I go and give them to her? You silly little girl, of course you can. Hurry. You never know when she'll have to leave on a secret mission. You wouldn't fight with the Doma Liberation Front? Would you fight with the Imperials then? Sorry about that. Everyone's been trying to contribute since Lord Hien's return. There's so much to worry about. You're doing well, Issei. Though I have to ask, have you any luck in finding more armor? Unfortunately, no. Unlike weapons, there is no substitution for proper protection. It's not as though we need full suits of Imperial plate, but we're not soldiers. If we attack with any equipment, we'll get slaughtered. You'd fight with the dragon fuckers, Ten Gates says. The Doma Liberation Front does not have any armor to spare. I suppose we could ask Hancock, but there's no telling how long it would take for him to send us supplies. Do you have any armor in the village, or anyone with some skill to fashion armor? There's one man, a craftsman who fled the Enclave. He has experience and may be able to help. I don't know if I can persuade him, though. But maybe you two could come with me? His name is Suranuki, and he lives in Kusakari to the south. Come with me. Engage. Would you be an armor smith if someone offered you $8? You wish you could make armor? But $8 is not enough. What if they offered you fecal armor? So who are these starry-eyed youths who stand before me? One is who sing of rebellion, of liberation? Surely they would not think to trouble with me such foolish dreams. I'll go and say what you will, but do not take offense if I die from laughter. Alright, dick. Eh, say again? You would have me fashion armor for villagers who wish to fight Imperial regulars? Mad fools charging boldly to meet their debts! Bring me steel and I shall give them shells to shield their soft bellies. Yes, yes, plates of steel. All that you can carry. The better to shield them from the blade and bullet. If only it were so simple, Master Sanuki. Steel plates are not so easily procured. Blind, deaf, and dumb you are, boy. We are awash in broken steel. Magitech grade cylinders come crashing to the earth from on high. Shatter them to bits with my explosives. They will not fail you, for I made them to kill Imperials. Bring them my steel, and you bring me my steel, and you will have your armor. Well, it's not like we know any other armorers who can help. At least we get to blow things up. You always felt like crafting in WoW felt more like a chore. So crafting in this is a lot more involved on the player part, but still kind of a chore, in my opinion. The Tsuruki is not the sanest of men, but you cannot be you can be reasonably confident that his bombs will not explode in your hand. Okay, well, let me throw out unless I hop off my mount, so let's do that. Yeah, every time we make a new character, Piamet and Piamet always like gets all her professions in order. Like she's ready to level up her professions on every fucking class. And I am always like, yeah, I'm not leveling professions, and then I just don't. Because I have no interest in them. Hey, drink. The only game I have found that I've enjoyed crafting in was probably Dragon Quest 11 and tangentially, I guess, Dragon Quest 10 because it uses the same system. This is gonna make me grab a whole sec. Oh, here goes. Some of these have like way longer time to pick up than others. Look at this. Why does this need a 10-second cast time? Or interaction time? When you play WoW, you got a rare enchant shop, and yes, people used to charge a lot of gold for the to enchant. You're like, give me the mats, I'll do it for free. So I made a lot of friends. Then you got bombarded with requests. Of course. That guy's doing it for free? No, we will. You have many plates of steel, I demanded? Shall we? Damage from broken Magitech racks. This metal could be used for repurpose as armor for villagers. Then you are committed to your cause, dressing villagers as soldiers and marching off to war. Stupid fools. Doma is dead, and so are her people. Lord Hien, all dead. Their blood is on our hands. It was Lord Kyan who saved us. Who spared us the worst when the Garleans came. Every shred of pride and honor he cast aside, without a second thought. All to win their trust. All to serve as their puppet. Restored to his throne years later, a paper tiger. Such shame he must have felt. But no matter, he would have suffered it for his people. A life of slaves is better than none at all, as he believed, but not us. Most absolute samurai burger to ever exist. Hey, Jeremy. After my lady died, we began to whisper in the ears of dreams of freedom and liberation. We pushed him to take action, if only a little. 10 years of preparation, of machinations. So careful we would be, and yet, Doma burned for our foolishness, not for that of Lord Kyan, Monza and the Enclave. They were raised for our sins. We murdered them all, don't you see? We murdered you all! You're wrong, Master. We are still here. We are still alive. Lord Kyan, too, lives on, in our hearts, and in his son, for Lord Hien has returned. Lord Hien? Alive? It cannot be, you lie! You lie! It's the truth. Hien came back to Doma to help fight for her freedom. That sounds amazing. Could it be? My Lord Hien yet lives on? Oh. Oh. Bands of steel to bind the chest and belly. Yes, yes. I must heat the forge and begin work at once. 10? 100? How many do you need? All that and more you shall have. Alright, this man's on board now. At In-N-Out, it's called the 4x4 patties, 4 pieces of the cheese. That sounds pretty good too. Alright, no weapon for monk, or black mage again. Even after 25 years of oppression, they still have it in them to stand up and fight. We just have to show them the way forward. Ise and I will stay and help Tsunuki finish the armor. So you have no need to wait around. Why not go back to the House of the Fierce? I'm sure there's plenty of work left to be done. Ask about it and see what you can find. No, like, guys. Just let me fucking do the Doma part. I don't want to go back here and ask people what they need to have done. So herein lies the biggest issue with Stormblood, I think, is there's a lot of just busy work quests that drag the narrative down. Like, it makes sense on why they'd have to be done, but forcing the Warrior Light to do half of these things is irritating. Everything is in order, miss. Under Lorgos at stage tutelage, we go stronger by the day. And you waste so much time just doing this. Help! Oh, no, 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 no! I will not impose upon you without cause. Rest assured that everything is in its place, and everything is fine. At least these NPCs are like, what the fuck? No, we're not gonna ask this of you. I require no assistance, comrade. Lord Hien's instructions to me were quite clear. I needed only the tribesmen for the benefit of our Zayla allies. Speaking of Lord Hien, if you're eager to be of service, mayhap you could seek him out. Keep an eye on him, perchance, should he decide to venture outside. Hey there, Hien. That does sound like a good burger, Jeremy. Let me guess. Someone asked you to act as my protector. Huh. To hear them mutter, one would think I intended to stride up to the castle gates on my own. In truth, of course, it is rather less dramatic. I had hoped to look on the castle one last time before the battle. Would you care to join me? You'd be setting a lot of fretful minds at rest. Very good. Let us depart from Monzen at once. Jeremy, would you date a man named Monzen? Probably not. What if he was the most attractive man you've ever seen? Would that change your thoughts? There, Hien. Monzen was home to many great and powerful families. Men of honor, samurai once. Great swaths were raised and people were put to the sword. What little remains stands as a testament to what was and what will never be again. Come, I will take a closer look. So in the distance there you can see Doma Castle kinda, but it's kind of foggy and rainy, so you don't get like a clear image of it. This is Monzen, a town that was apparently razed, but despite that, the enemies are all still here. Hien, what the fuck you doing? I'm gonna aggro this dude, aren't I? Yep. Ow, that hurt. No sentries, at least of the living sort. Those shambling suits of armor have the run of the place. To think this was once a bustling street so full of life. A river of people with a current all its own. But even then, the Imperials walked among us. Sometimes openly, sometimes discreetly, but we were always aware of their presence, and we were complicit. He did what he had to do to preserve the peace, to keep our people safe, but at what cost? Forgive me, this is neither the time nor the place for such dark musings. Though they did serve to remind me of the barracks which once stood to the west of here, where they may yet be weapons our comrades could use. If you head down to the street, past those makeshift barricades, you'll come to the ruins. I will search elsewhere. Meet me at the water's edge when you have finished. What if I went down to Chatham and dude was like, I want you to meet your next stepdad? And that was how you discovered he had married Lola Rito. Like, is it just like a picture of Lord Lolarito, or is it like that he somehow summoned a Lalafell into our plane of existence? Oh, I guess I'd have to kill him just out of principle. Oh, sick! I found a single katana. Perfect. Alas, I found not of value. Did you? Found the ruins of in the ruins of Mazda. This finely crafted blade shows little signs of use. Still sheathed in its scabbard. Though even shielded from the elements, it will need to be cleaned and oiled. I recognize the crest. It belonged to the son of a samurai I trained with when I was young. He never even had the chance to draw it. There she is, Doma Castle, my home. They let us keep her for a time, before gradually removing their forces across the Fluminus. Now, her every court and corridor belongs to Yotsuyu. Though father spent much of his time there, I did not. I may have only visited him in there on half a dozen occasions, if that. I cannot remember. But I remember the view from the keep. Doma seems so much smaller from there. Like you could hold it in your hands. Well, Monzon at least. Doma is so much more than that. There, beyond the moon gates, onto the shores of the Ruby Sea, and here, in the places that no man can see or touch or take from you. We carry her with us, wheresoever we go. Not the land or the soil, but the story. And what is life if not a story? The story of our journey from dawn to dusk, day after day after day. The story of our mothers and our fathers, our families and our friends, our peoples and our nations. I think a part of me understood that. When I looked out from the keep, Heian, son of Kyan, another caretaker of the story of Doma. It's a fine castle, truly, with an even finer view, but in the end... In the end... Kami, strike me down! How could I be so blind? We must return to the House of the Fierce at once. I have had what can only be described as a revelation. Ours is an excellent plan, but not so excellent that it cannot be improved. And I know how. Alright, he's gonna send Yotsuyu a dick pic. Still better than Alphino. He had somehow summoned a Lalafell. There we go, finally a Black Mage weapon. On second thought, Miro, I ask that you return to the House of the Fierce without me and tell Alphino to call all the others together for a meeting. It is imperative that the Kojin emissary be in attendance as well. I shall join you anon. He somehow acquired the power to summon one character from any fictional realm, and he chose Lolarito. Is it another battle? Or beetle? I don't know, probably. Lines aren't on, good point. That is a good point. I had to restart my Steam last night, and yeah. Hang on, guys. Let's fix that. Thank you. Lord Heian wishes to discuss the details of our plan. Very well. If he insists, I shall summon the others at once. As for the Kojin, I believe one of their emissaries was already en route. Nevertheless, I shall contact them to make certain. There we go. Slimes are now on. Thank you, Jeremy.
May I present the Blue Kojin's emissary? Greetings and well met, old friends. The Elder sends his regards.
Soroban, it's good to have you with us.
If, you might humor me. Thank you for coming, Soroban. Doubtless you have already been informed of our plans and the role we would have your people play. However, I seek your counsel as a Kojin of the Blue. Be it by spell or siegecraft, could your forces destroy the underwater foundations of Doma Castle's outer wall?
Explosives, coupled with a few incantations. Yes, that might produce sufficient force. Such a thing could indeed be done.
Then I wish to revise the plan. Instead of assisting the Confederacy in securing the Enclave, I would have the Kojin advance upstream beneath the water and breach a segment of the outer wall. I mean to flood Doma Castle.
My lord, the castle is a sacred symbol, the very heart of our nation. To destroy it is unthinkable, unconscionable. You cannot do this.
I can and I will if it improves our chances. By flooding the castle, we remove the better part of their forces from the field and force Yotsuyu to retreat to the highest levels of the keep. Tell me that is not a worthwhile trade.
But my lord, that castle was entrusted to you by your father and his father before him. I say to you again, it is the heart of our nation.
Stone walls do not a nation make, my friend. Her people do. And as long as we yet live, we can rebuild. So let us only think of this battle, of victory here and now, for without that we have no future.
I see that you are resolved, Lord Hien, and I would not presume to gainsay your decision.
I will inform the Elder of your revised stratagem and instruct our sappers to make ready.
Our preparations are all but complete. Once we receive word from our Kojin allies, we shall set our plans in motion. We shall fight, and we shall prevail.
Alright. Hey there, you Gary. What you got going on over here? No plan is perfect. If there's ever room for improvement, I expect my comrades will be refining their approach until the moment they begin. In case you're unaware, the other Jonin will lead the assault on the moon gates, not I. My place is at Lord Hien's side. Okay. Why do I have to talk to these things? If there's nothing else, I'll head back to Nomai. Suranuki's plan working hard, and Issei's doing what he can to help, but maybe there's more I can do too. He was like a different person when he began hammering those plates. Younger, brighter, full of life and hope. I gotta question you, why do I gotta go talk to my allies? The plan is set, all that can be done has been done. Rest and relaxation are now paramount. For tomorrow, we may die. Have you two not done enough? Will you not pause a moment to gather yourself on the eve of our grand design? Go not unto battle with weary eyes or lingering regrets, my friend. Do you want me to tell you, or? Soroban informed me that his sappers will be ready within the day, which means we can proceed as planned and attack Doma Castle tomorrow. Considering the key role you will play, I think it only prudent that you retain from further labors and rest until tomorrow. Agreed? Far be it from me to refuse. We shall speak again in the morning. Take care, my friend. Alright, Jeremy, have a good one. Yeah, I'll message you here in a bit, because I got break here in a few minutes.
You're awake. I was just, well, they threw me out, actually. Told me I needed to get some sleep. Ready for the big day. Not long now, eh? I'm nervous, of course, but I also feel like I didn't know where I was going, but maybe, finally, something's gonna change, you know? Really, really change. And when the dust has settled, we'll see what we've won and what we've lost. I'm going to give it my all tomorrow. Everything I've seen and felt, I won't let it be for nothing. Right, off to bed. Don't want to overdo it, and neither should you. Oh, but before you sleep, you should look in on Elfino and Alize. Quietly, of course.
Ha! Another restless soul. Come, come. Raise a glass to freedom.
Good. Good. I should be interested to know her thoughts on the matter.
Ah, that's enough, Gosetsu. You'll not convince anyone with your drunken ramblings. We've talked about this, all of us. We are flooding the castle tomorrow, and that's the end of it.
I know. I accepted your decision, and I do not intend to go back on my word. Nevertheless, as the battle draws near, I cannot help but recall our many travails, and it fair compels me to speak. In all my time serving as a leader of men, there are two failures which haunt me to this day. The first, a defeat at the hands of the Empire 25 years past, and the subsequent imprisonment of your father. Long did I consider offering up my life in atonement, until Lord Kyan allowed at last to receive visitors called for me, of all people, for my unborn child, he said, for my dearest Shun. Live. My second failure, of course, was the betrayal of that self-same command. When in the rebellion I failed to protect not only Lord Kyan, but Lord Hien too. That I yet live, having known such disgrace, is an affront to the Kami themselves. Yet you, all of you, so fit to grant this shameful creature, this failure, another chance to serve a greater purpose. Thank you for pitying an old fool.
Now, it is far too soon for that. Save your tears for the morrow. You may be sure we will have ample cause to shed them, be they for joy or despair. Even that sounds morose. We who yet walk the path should not think too much on the destination. When the hour arrives, we shall welcome what comes with open arms. He is right about one thing, though. We have you and yours to thank for this chance. All debts will be repaid. On that you have my word. But first we must live past tomorrow, no? If you've no intention of sleeping, you giddy, you may as well join us.
Forgive me, my lord. I did not mean to... if that is your will.
Alright guys, before we talk to Ian again, we're actually going to just take a quick break because the next little bit's going to take a little bit of time. We got about 30 minutes left to stream anyway, so yeah, don't go anywhere.